Her friends were dining together, enjoying stir-fried noodles. One girl stood up to grab some extra chopsticks. Nada and Yon whispered to the remaining girl, Kana, that Akami had 2 big steamed buns. The 2 guys were excited. As Akami returned, Kana quickly changed the subject to distract her. And then, they ate, drank to their heart's content, and chatted happily. Admiring the beauty of the 2 girls, the 2 guys were burning with the desire to roast something, but they had to hold back. Nada gave Kana a flirty glance, hinting that once their friends left, they would roast some sweet potatoes. Kana caught on immediately and, excited by the idea, even gave her portion of noodles to Nada to save her energy. Even though he knew he would be roasting sweet potatoes with Kana later, Nada still couldn't resist trying to lure Akami into roasting with him too. The sight of her round, full buns was too tempting for him to handle. However, Akami hesitated. She wasn't sure if Nada's sweet potato was really as big as he claimed. Carefully choosing her words, she turned him down, afraid that his potato might be as small as a chili. Akami reminisced about the sweet potatoes she had tasted before, while Nada confidently boasted that his was the biggest in the village. Still skeptical, Akami smirked and said, "I'll check for myself tomorrow. If it's really that big, I'll let you roast it in my oven." Hearing this, Nada was thrilled soon. He would get to roast sweet potatoes in both Kana's and Akami's ovens. At this moment, as the fire in the oven was already blazing, Kana pretended to be drunk to subtly urge their 2 friends to leave, so that Nada could finally put his sweet potato into roast. Getting the hint, Yon and Akami decided to head home on their own. Nada bid them farewell and eagerly began roasting sweet potatoes with Kana. The next morning, as promised, Akami arrived, but she found Kana still there. Thinking quickly, Akami lied, saying she had come to discuss work, while secretly waiting for Kana to leave so she could finally check if Nada's sweet potato was really as big as he claimed. Sensing Akami's intent, Nada played along and subtly urged Kana to step outside. As soon as Kana left, Nada eagerly showed Akami his sweet potato. Seeing that it was exactly as he had described, Akami was convinced and allowed him to roast it in her oven. The next morning at work, Akami couldn't stop thinking about Nada's sweet potato. Overcome with craving, she called Nada outside to roast some more, unable to resist the temptation any longer. And then, they went, oh yeah, oh yeah. When the 2 returned, Kana sensed that something was off. She pulled Nada aside for a little inspection, and while at it, she made him feel her buns and insisted on roasting sweet potatoes as well, since she was starving. The next day, Nada was excitedly telling Yon about the 2 ovens where he had roasted his sweet potatoes. Yon listened with fascination, feeling both intrigued and envious. Just then, Akami and Kana walked in. The 4 of them exchanged knowing glances. And well, you already know what happened next.